What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Zebec today, ZBCN. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it. Here we are at about $0.0366 right now, 8 hours left in the day. We're down about 4.2% on the day so far. Hold on. I'm going to get this in the way there. Move that over there. All right. $3.664 right now, 8 hours left in the day, down 4% on the day so far. Rejecting the 50 on the daily RSI twice. You've rejected it, right? You found support here once, and that promoted great growth. I wonder what a double rejection off the 50 is going to promote. I don't think you're going to drop too much though, right? Like in equivalence, I don't think that you're going to drop as much as you pumped here, right? Like that's not going to happen. It could. I'm not saying it can't. I'm just saying I don't think it is. From a low, that was not the low, but from a low to a high. Hold on real quick, guys. Let me see if I can. I've tried to turn it down a couple times today, but let's see if it messes with things. From a low to a high, you've found support just above your 382, which is not too common. It's not typical, but we gave it a fair shake as a possibility that's a possible outcome that could happen. You moved up all the way to the 236 here and rejected that. Now it looks like you want to go down, and down you probably do go. So where are you going to go? This 382 seems appropriate right here at about 00295. I think if we take this on Bybit, it actually has a bit of a different target. And I would trust the Bybit chart, even though it's the perpetuals. I would trust that a little bit more, only because it looks like it's lagging because I turned down the performance. I just don't. If my computer, yeah, you see it. If I have the performance up like this, if I turn on the performance of the computer, it just makes a lot of noise, and I hate that, man. From a low to a high, I don't know if you guys hate it, but I hate it. Low to high here, the difference is very nominal, but still 0.02938. That's the expectation right there, is where we would go, something like that. I trust Bybit a little bit more because, again, it has more volume, and I think more volume provides accurate readings, or at least more accurate readings. Looking at this on the 1 hour time frame, 1 hour time frame here, 58 minutes left. We just started a new hour. You have a nice little higher low area here in your RSI. Downtrend in the 1 hour time frame, right? Lower lows, lower highs, the whole thing. But bullish divergence in the oversold zone at the base of a downtrend tends to mark the end of a downtrend. So you might move up coming over like the next day or so. Certainly going into the end of the day, I would expect that you do move up. We're looking for lower prices, absolutely, but nothing happens in a straight line, right? Nothing moves down in a straight line. You're likely going to back test this area, 0.038, for resistance. You might even go a little bit higher than that, and it's okay if you do, right? I would say something between about 0.03865 to 0.0378. Something in that area there. That's probably where you're going to find resistance. You'll move up, you'll find resistance, and then you'll move down and you continue on your merry way. You'll probably find support down here, move up, and then you'll move down. You know what I mean? That's just kind of how it is. So it could be a little bit more dramatic than that, of course. Maybe we do find resistance a little bit higher. Let's just see, because you are breaking out of this 1 hour downtrend. High to low here. Yeah, maybe I'm not giving it enough credit. Perhaps you do go actually closer to like 0.039, right? Just above these highs. Wouldn't surprise me actually if you went to like 0.039. I doubt that you get all the way up to 0.041, 0.0417, but understand, guys, ZBCN is pretty squirrely. If it does go all the way up to this golden ratio zone here, that's not something to feel proud of, right? That's nothing to be. I mean, that right there is just going to sucker more people into FOMOing at the high before we go low, right? So even if we do move all the way up to 0.041, 0.042, something in that zone, just understand we're still in a downtrend. High here, lower high here, connect the dots, right? I mean, actually, if we were there, we would break out of this trend, but still, it would be a lower high nonetheless, and I wouldn't be too excited. I'll be excited for ZBCN if you can get back above like 0.044. If you can get above there, $0.044, then it's time to be excited. Until then, no. Any movement, I'm not really excited about. I think you will go to 0.004, 0.039, somewhere in that zone, a little bit above these predetermined areas that we had. But then continue to move down, probably over the weekend and going into next week, right? Ending out the month and beginning July on a red note. 4 hour time frame. Rejecting the overbought zone here. Coming down, finding support just below the 40, right? Where you normally do find support. You've done this before, actually, right? You found support right here, went up to the 50, and then boom, then you went down. What kind of move did you get there? You had a little move like this, right? Not saying that it has to be exactly this way, but just imagine from a low to a high, you move up 11%. What would that do? 11% here takes you right there, man. It takes you right to the area that we're talking about, 0039 to 004. Yeah, something right there. Sounds about right to me. That's probably where you're going to go, and then turn around, right? 4-hour time frame, RSI does look bearish. You're in a downtrend of your own, but you can find a little bit of support here, move on up, find resistance at the 50, and then continue to move down, lower highs, lower lows, the whole thing until you get into the oversold zone. At this rate of decay, I would think that you're in the oversold zone either, again, by the end of this week or sometime early next week, and you hopefully will have resolution to the downside. I'm a little bit too quick, right? I was assuming that we would be done with this move. Was it last week or this week? I was assuming that we'd be done with this move, but looks like it's just taking more time, man. We did have an attempt back here. We did have an attempt on Sunday, but it's looking like by the end of this month, you're still going to be making lower prices. I would even think that going into July, you're making making headway to the downside. The sooner that you get this done with, though, man, I mean, the best thing that you could hope for, if you're truly bullish on ZBCN, the best thing you could hope for is to drop instantly. By the time you watch this video, it's already down at 0029. Fast drop like that. Just get it done with if you're truly bullish, because then guess what? Then you can move up with the rest of crypto going into the end of the month, the beginning of July, going into July, right? That would at least be the aspiration that I would have. If I was bullish on ZBCN, and I am, I'd rather see it just drop immediately and then come up. By the way, I know I say this probably in like every other video, maybe not every video, but every other video. If you go lower than 0029, everything's fine. 1 second, guys. I gotta clear my throat. Gotta get loud. It's real loud throat clearing to actually make it work, man. Sometimes, not always, but if we were to go below 0029, 00223, the 0.5, that's the next area that I expect we find support, and it's totally fine for ZBCN to go here. Prior areas of resistance are a immaculate level to find support on, okay? Nothing to worry about there. If we even go lower than that, we go to the golden ratio. That's fine too. Find support and move on up. Whatever. Afterwards, you should be seeing some immaculate growth for ZBCN. Why can't I talk? You should be seeing some immaculate growth for ZBCN after you find your low, after this resolution comes into play. Okay, it's been 3 weeks in the making. We're on the 4th week now. We likely will see lower prices here this week and next week, and maybe even the week after. Who knows how long this consolidation is going to last, but you moved up. It took you a month and 1 week to move up. Makes sense that it might take you more than a month to consolidate, right? After you're done consolidating, you will rip. You will see new highs. I can't wait to actually measure from a high to a low. Let's just assume you do go to like right here, 00288, something like that. Let's just imagine you go right there. The top of this money zone here at about 4.8 cents. I mean, man, that sounds right to me. That sounds pretty damn accurate to me right here. From this current price, that would be how much growth? That would be something on the lines of like a 12x, 13x. Yeah, I could see that happening. Let alone if it goes lower, this 12 to 13x move is actually overall like a 16x move. So if you're just patient, you can actually really slam dunk this thing. And could it go higher? Sure, absolutely it could. But I think you're going to be hard pressed to get above 5 cents. I mean, we get above 5 cents, man. The next target area is all the way up at 7 cents, and then we're talking about a 20x from here. I mean, that's just not saying that it can't happen. I'm just, I'm very bullish, and I call for bullish things in crypto all the time. But that's pretty damn bullish. You know what I mean? My expectation would be that we probably find resistance around 4.7 cents to 2.7 cents. Let's even say 3 cents, somewhere in that zone, 3 to 4.7 cents. I like 3.9 to 4.8 cents, even 4.7 cents. Yeah, in that area, right around there, just below 5 cents. I like that a lot, and I think that's where you'll be, if not by the end of July, sometime in August. That'll be your next kind of topping point, where again, I'll probably, just like I clearly hate ZBCN now, every week that I've called for it to go down, even though it's gone down. I clearly just hate it. There's nothing to do with TA, guys. I have no logic here. It's just hate, and I'm lucky that it's going down just because I hate it. I will also hate it all the way up, as it's going all the way up to 4.8 to 4.9 cents or 3 cents at least, right? I'm going to hate it all the way up. And then whenever I call for the price to stop moving up and for it to go down, I'm doubling down on the hate. We're just going to hate it even more to the lows. It's my hate that's driving this thing. It's definitely not TA. That's definitely not what's happening. But that's what the hate says. I'll see you guys on the next one. Hit the like button, subscribe. Take care. Bye-bye.